My phone buzzed with an alert. My 14-year-old son's tracker had gone dark. Minutes later, a neighbor's security camera confirmed the unthinkable. Two men in a black SUV, vests marked Community Enforcement, snatched my boy right off the street. And the mastermind? Our HOA president. But what she didn't know was that she had just declared war on the wrong family. And by the end of the night, the only one in handcuffs would be her. If you've ever wanted to see a neighborhood tyrant finally face justice, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and get ready. Because this isn't just another HOA horror story. This is the night my family turned Karen's fake empire into her prison sentence. My name is Marcus Dawson. By trade, I'm a software architect, a man who finds comfort in clean code and predictable systems. My wife Carla, on the other hand, is a district attorney. She thrives in the messiness of human chaos, arguments, liars, criminals. Together, we balanced each other. At least, we thought so. Until the day our HOA president decided to make my family her target. It all started on a warm afternoon. I was in the garage wrestling with a stubborn lawnmower when I got the ping. Ethan's phone had gone offline. My stomach immediately dropped. This was our one hard and fast family rule. Keep the tracker on. I dialed his phone straight to voicemail. A cold chill crawled up my spine. Seconds later, Carla texted, "Call me, emergency." I called. Her voice, normally razor-sharp in a courtroom, was ragged with fear. "Marcus, neighbor Joe's camera caught it. Black SUV, no plates. Two men grabbed Ethan off the sidewalk." I froze. The words didn't make sense. Ethan? Kidnapped? In our neighborhood? A gated community where we paid insane HOA fees for safety? Then Carla added the detail that made my blood boil. They were wearing vests labeled Community Enforcement. That's when it clicked. These weren't random kidnappers. These were Karen's goons. Karen Teagan, our HOA president, ruled our community like a dictator with a clipboard. She fined people for leaving out the trash cans. She harassed neighbors about lawn colors. And recently, she had started parading around her so-called security team, two hired thugs in a black SUV who looked more like nightclub bouncers than guardians. Just last week, she confronted me at the mailbox, accusing Ethan of bullying her son Kevin. "Your boy's a predator. I'll protect this community from people like him." I laughed it off. Ethan was gentle. He built robots and rescued turtles. He was even tutoring Kevin. But now my son had been snatched in broad daylight. The wrench in my hand slipped and clanged onto the garage floor. My restraint snapped with it. By the time Carla pulled into the driveway, my chest was heaving, my fists shaking. She jumped out, phone pressed to her ear, already talking to dispatch. "They're off the grid, no plates, probably burner phones." Then her DA instincts kicked in. She grabbed my arm. "Marcus, don't run blind. Check Ethan's watch app." I opened it, heart hammering. The blue beacon pinged near the abandoned clubhouse at Old Lake Road. Karen's pet project. She had illegally repurposed it without permits. Carla's jaw tightened. That's her black site. We tore down the road, every stoplight mocking me. Carla was already calling Judge Morrison, demanding an emergency telephonic warrant. "My son's been abducted under color of HOA authority," she said. "We need a sheriff's tactical team, not local PD, too much conflict of interest." When we reached the clubhouse, my knuckles were white on the dash. The building squatted like a rotten tooth at the edge of the community. A black SUV sat parked outside. Carla got the call. Warrant signed. Then, as if fate wanted me to see, my phone buzzed with an HOA email, an emergency board meeting, live from inside the clubhouse. I tapped in, muted, and there she was, Karen herself, smug in front of her webcam. "This is about community safety," she declared. Board member Frank objected. "Karen, you can't just detain a child," but she cut him off. My stomach twisted. That's when I heard it. 3 faint taps through the Zoom audio. Pause. 3 more. Our old father-son storm code. Ethan was alive. He was signaling us. Minutes later, sheriff's trucks rolled in, quiet but heavy with power. Sergeant Miller took Carla's tablet with the warrant. "We'll do this clean," he promised. A bullhorn shattered the night. "Karen Teagan, exit with your hands up." On Zoom, Karen's eyes went wide. "This is government overreach, an attack on our community."
Her goons swaggered outside, wielding paintball rifles disguised as less lethals. Miller's voice was iron. "Drop the weapons!" Instead, Karen shrieked from inside, "Defend our property!" One thug raised his launcher. The night exploded with a flashbang, white light, concussive sound. Deputies surged forward, cuffing the men in seconds. The battering ram smashed through the door. "Child voice, closet!" a deputy shouted. 3 Tops answered back. Moments later, Ethan stumbled out, pale and shaken, but alive. I crushed him in my arms, whispering, "You're safe now." Behind us, deputies dragged Karen out, wrists bound. She screamed about authority and order, thrashing like a cornered animal. Miller read her rights: kidnapping, racketeering, embezzlement, illegal surveillance. The patrol car door slammed on her shrieks. Inside, the clubhouse was a shrine to paranoia. Maps of neighbors, red yarn connecting photos, files of private surveillance. She had siphoned HOA funds to pay her thugs, bought cameras, and even the SUV. The next day, her son Kevin broke down. He admitted Ethan hadn't bullied him. He had protected him. Karen had forced Kevin to lie, twisting his fear into fuel for her madness. Ethan wasn't just innocent, he was a hero. When Karen's arraignment came, the courtroom overflowed. Reporters, neighbors, all waiting to see the tyrant fall. Charges piled high: kidnapping, racketeering, embezzlement, illegal surveillance. Bail was denied. As bailiffs dragged her away, Karen screamed, "I was only the one strong enough to save you!" Her voice echoed into nothing. Weeks later, Ethan stood before his school assembly, voice steady. "He took my rights because she thought no one would care. But people did care. Know your rights. Stand up. That's how we stop this." The applause roared like thunder. Karen tried to break my boy. Instead, she exposed herself as a criminal. And Ethan, my gentle coder, showed everyone what real strength looks like: kindness, courage, and a voice that couldn't be silenced. She thought she could run a police state. She thought no one would stand up to her clipboard and fake badges. But when she crossed the line and touched my son, she didn't just pick a fight with me, she picked a fight with the law itself. And in the end, the only person who lost their freedom was her. In life, there's a difference between authority and control. Authority is earned. Control is stolen. Karen tried to control us, but in the end, her empire collapsed under its own lies. Justice, like code, always runs true, if you're willing to fight for it. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and tell me in the comments, what's the most outrageous HOA story you've ever heard? And don't forget to subscribe for more stories where karma and justice collide. Until next time, stay strong and stay free.